Ones, empaths, honestly speaking, we are very fortunate to have got away out of the clutches of the narcissist. I know some of you have been with them for decades. You know, I'm not disputing that. I know it's not wasted time because we can extract and absorb a lesson from it, right? But whenever you did get away from them, whenever you did, whatever time period, I want you to know and be aware that the narcissist only gets worse with age. They get worse. Trust me, they get a lot worse. We thought we had it bad when we were with them. I'm honestly speaking, if you have been out of their lives for a year now, 2 years, 3 years, they have got worse. These narcissists, especially when they lose a grade A supply, when they lose a grade A supply like yourselves, they decompose. I've mentioned this before, they decompose. Their skin will begin peeling. Honestly, they are disgusting creatures. They haven't got good hygiene in general anyway. And when they lose the supply, when they lose that substance that actually keeps them alive, you know, we keep them alive. We're like a life support machine when we're with them. Honestly speaking, we are like a life support machine. And when we unplug from that realm, you know, when we unplug from that entity, they fall into dire need of supply and they become very desperate and they rush out there. And this is probably where you're at now, where you're seeing them flaunting the photos of their new supply, doing this, that, the other, trying to make you jealous. You know why they're doing that? Because you've unplugged from them, and they want to obtain supply from you still. They still want supply, whether negative or positive. They need some life force from you. They need it from you to survive. They can't survive without you. Please press the like and the subscribe button. Help your brother out. It'll take 2 seconds of your time. Thank you. But honestly speaking, right, I know some of you have gone into your elder years with them, but if you've dodged them and you're in your 70s, then believe me, by the time they're 80, they are going to be a lot worse than when they were 70. This is the logics of it. This is the logics of it. As I've mentioned before, you've heard me quote this, right? Us empaths, chosen ones, we grow old gracefully, right? They age like milk. Honestly, the narcissist ages like milk. Honestly, if some of you actually caught a sight, some of these narcissists wouldn't even want to show their face to you in the sunlight because of how bad they have become. You know, inside and out, they have got worse with age. They end up becoming old, lonely, alone. There's nothing wrong with being alone. I'm alone right now. I mean, I enjoy my alone time, but they can't survive being alone. They might find themselves settling in some relationship, some half-hearted relationship with some dusty supply, and both of them will be looking at each other, both as toxic as hell, and they'll be looking at each other on the couch thinking, right, this is a bad situation, and they'll both know, and then they'll be saying, hi, lovely, how are you, lovely? And realistically, both of them want to get as far away as possible from each other, but they have nothing left. They have no empath, they have no chosen one, so they settle. They lower the bar. You've got to understand that the narcissist even discarded you because they knew you was too much high value for them. They knew we lowered the bar for them. And I've made videos about this. We're never going to make that same mistake again. But this video is about how they grow old with age. They become so much more delusional, you know. If you were with them in your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, I'm telling you, just wait for it. They get worse. I've seen this firsthand. I've seen this firsthand experience. They become something that you cannot even define with words. And as I will repeat and reiterate again, they wouldn't want you to see them in the sunlight. They look disgusting. Their skin peels. They decompose. Their bodies, especially if they haven't got a sustainable grade A source of supply like yourself. Even if they've got someone in their lives, they've got a supply. It won't equate to what you are. Their bodies will release odors. Their skin peels. Their breath smells. I'm telling you, they are disgusting creatures. And we were so blinded to be with them, and it was out of our love and care why we were with them. But the narcissist is so delusional that they thought we was with them because they were high value. Because they were with us, they felt high value, you see. They felt like they were substantial, they're high value, they can step on us and go over to greener pastures. Let them go. I will always reiterate this, I will repeat this to the end of time. Let them go, because once they go, lock, door slam, bolt, and weld it shut. Make sure there's no nooks and crannies that they can kind of squeeze through like a little woodlouse, and make sure they stay away from you, right? And they go off into these greener pastures, inverted commas, only to realize it was a mirage. And this is when they tried to do the 180. They tried to come back in. They tried to hoover you. They tried to reach out to you. They'll give you calls in the middle of the night. They'll come outside your house and stalk you, or they'll stalk your workplace. They'll stalk your work. You know, they'll let down your tires. They'll do they do anything to get and obtain supply from a chosen one and an empath. It drives them to insanity when they lose you and they know that there's no way back. Trust me, man. I've seen it. I've seen the narcissist. They are disgusting. Their skin, as I said, it peels. Honestly, they can moisturize and up with as much Vaseline as they want, right? Their skin dies. Their cells die in their skin. They're not from the same creed as us. They're not from the same family tree as us. We are from the same family tree. We're chosen ones, empaths. We're from the same tribe sent to earth. We're beings of light. They're sent by the enemy. They're from the darkness. That's what they are. So what you've got to understand is as they age, they get worse. So you've got to understand, you dodged the bullet, man. You dodged the bullet, sis. Bro, sis, you dodged the bullet. You got out good. You got out in time. You really did indeed get out in good timing, and it was at God timing, and God got you out at God's speed. Heard of God's speed? Yeah, things happen at God's speed. Honestly, I remember when the narcissist said something to me one day, and it didn't sit right with my spirit. So I remember I went upstairs and I prayed to God, and I said, God, guide me to the truth for this individual. And I'm telling you, in God's speed, the unmasking happened. They never knew that I made that prayer. They never knew that I'd done that. In God's speed, it happened. The mask come off. Smear campaign, flying monkeys, the whole 9 yards. God is powerful. So I'm telling you, if the wounds are still fresh right now, and it's just happened, sit tight, don't worry. Brighter days are ahead of you, and darker days are ahead of that narcissist. They're going to become lonely old people, and they fear death. Chosen ones, empaths, we don't fear death. You know why we don't fear death? Because we know we planted good seeds on earth. We tried our best. Yes, we're not perfect. Yes, we're not angels. Of course we're not. God didn't make us that way. He didn't make us perfect like an angel. But we're like earth angels that have been sent to earth to bring light to earth, right? They're from the dark realms. That's where they're from. That's what they're plugged into. So, as we grow old gracefully like fine wine, and they seem to age like milk, let the due course take its way, right? Just let it take its way. Honestly, when you get into your mindset, in your heart, mind and soul, that person that was in your life was a counterfeit soulmate. They weren't your lover. They weren't your soulmate. They weren't your husband. They weren't your wife. They weren't your boyfriend. They weren't your girlfriend. They weren't your companion. They weren't none of that. They're a counterfeit soulmate. When you get that deeply embedded into your consciousness, you will understand what I'm saying. And I will say, don't look at their social media. Don't look at their social media. Years ago was the last time I looked at their social media. The last time I looked at their social media, I saw them a news supply. I looked beneath the veil. I saw how they was trying to make the news supply look like me. They orientated their whole Facebook to make it look, which was aimed at me. I saw that. I said, wow, are they really doing that? No more. Never looked again. So I know you people might still be looking on their Instagram, their Facebooks. I'm not really down with all this social media stuff. I don't really know the ins and outs of it all and stuff like that, right? But try not to. Try get to a point when you don't look at their social media. Let them go. Trust me, they're going to age terribly. They're decomposing without your supply. You are grade A supply. You are grade A supply. Right? And the narcissist grows worse with age. They grow worse with age. So please, don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt your value. You are from a high position on earth. God has given you a high station here on earth. You are here in the high rankings on earth. The heavenly realm is proud of you, of what you do and what you bring to earth. The heavenly realm is not proud of what they bring to earth. They bring nothing but terror and destruction. So that's why they fear death. This is why as they grow older, they fear death. We feel liberated. We're going to meet our maker. Their general, their captain, the one that led them to do all this thing, is not going to be there congratulating them. The devil's not going to be there congratulating them. Pat on the back, well done, shake your hand, well done. It's not going to be like that for them. Trust me. And they know that. The closer they get to in age, the closer they get to death, they will understand, and they will always remember who you are. They will always remember that being of light that was sent in their life as a beacon of hope and as mercy, and you were sent from them by God for them to change their ways. They chose not to change their ways. God, the all-knowing, all-wise, most merciful, knew they wouldn't change their ways. They were sent by the enemy in your life for you to extract some good, because we needed to know the bad to know the good. So I hope this video helps. So anyway, thank you for watching today. Please press the like and the subscribe button. If you would like to donate to the channel, you can find the links in the description box. And if you would like a one-to-one session with myself, you can also find the links in the description box. Currently, I have a secondary channel. It's a more spiritual-based channel and gives us a balance of content for us to digest, rather than just focus on the narcissism stuff. It helps us with stuff going forward and, you know, things of that nature. So anyway, thank you for watching today. We'll be back with another video soon. Peace.